Hi guys, hope you're doing really well out there, and I hope you are enjoying your crumbs of freedom given to you by your lovely caring governments. Obviously I won't talk too much about that because bad things happen to me otherwise, and I get strikes and things like that, so we will avoid the obvious. I think if people haven't worked out that by now, then I don't think they ever will. So anyway, I am back today with another New Age review video. Really and truly, the whole New Age scene is a big scam. It's important to do these videos. It's great to see so many people having this like awakening from the awakening. So many people have awoken into this kind of false sense of spirituality, which is just really another layer of the matrix. And with a lot of these New Agers, these quote-unquote spiritual people, is when it's the eyes. It's almost like when you look at them, it's almost like the lights are on but no one's home. It's like they speak, but there's something literally false or fake behind them that's kind of empty. And just looking at the face there, just the eyes are kind of like vacant. And you see this look so often within the New Age movement. So that's the first thing that I pick up on without even going any further. So let's have a look, listen to what he's got to say.
Hello, Care Bears.
Oh, Care Bears, my God. The first sentence is a cringe fest already. Another thing that I notice, and this might trigger a lot of people, but I'm going to say it anyway, the New Age movement, this spiritual scene, really feminizes men. Of course, there is an agenda to knock out the alpha male energy, the strong masculine presence in this world, because if you can do that, then you become a doddle to control, because the alpha males are supposedly the first line of defense. You know, the male energy is that of the protector, the provider, all that kind of stuff. And we're seeing across society so much feminization of men. And I really believe that the New Age spiritual scene really amplifies that in a lot of men. And this is what I'm getting with this guy. So here we go again, the demonization of the ego. In the New Age, you've probably heard me say, they try and demonize the ego, they try and demonize the mind. They want everyone to be this like New Age blank canvas, no independent thought, no critical thought, no oomph, no drive, no anger, no nothing, because if you do any of that, then you're stuck in the ego or you're stuck in the mind. What does that mean to a controlling force? Well, that's dangerous to a controlling force, because if you have your own mind, aka your ego, you start questioning things, you start judging, which is the other thing that they hate, then you might conclude that you're being used as a slave, your energy's being siphoned off, and you might actually do something about it. So if they can keep you away from really a part of who you are, you absolutely 100% need a healthy ego in this reality to function, then they've got you. So destruction of the ego, destruction of the mind. Within the first minute, we're already seeing the deceptions here. We should just accept, because that's better for us. That is extremely bad advice. And not only is it bad advice, if you have got a trigger or a trauma, and you're just going around forgiving and loving people that step on your boundaries, things are not going to get better. I mean, where do you draw the line on this BS? And people swallow this. They're sucking this up. And it's damaged. This is why I do these videos. It makes me so angry, because the clients that I work with, so many clients that I work with, follow or have followed this stuff. And they're in a much worse position. It's so dangerous. If someone's going to treat you like dirt and you don't walk away or set strong boundaries, then you're not showing yourself any self-respect. The hypnotic stares as well. They're always there in these videos. Completely hypnotic stares. It freaks me out, it really does. To properly heal trauma can take months and years to properly heal. But they don't talk about that. They just talk about letting things rise, letting things go, and then it's healed.
What we want to do is breathe into that aspect to melt it away. This is not an overnight process.
So there you go, guys. That's all you need to do. Breathe into your trauma. If you've been sexually abused, just breathe into it and it will just magically fall away. Thanks, Phil. Great advice. Why don't we just pretend that it never happened in the first place? Maybe that might even be easier.
And everything gets better when you see life through that lens.
So everything gets better when you just allow. Same shit, different day. Everything will get better if we just allow tyranny to play out, if we don't resist, if we don't stand up to anything, if we don't set boundaries. Everything, just allow all of that, and everything will be fine. This is why so many people are coming out of this movement now and seeing it for what it is. Because of information like this, it doesn't make any kind of sense.
So if you can imagine these green-tinted goggles or these blue-tinted glasses, your traumas will skew what you see. They will color what you see. If you look at the sky with yellow-tinted glasses, it's going to appear to be green. So it doesn't matter what happens, you'll always see what's occurring in your outer world through that lens. And so what we want to start being proactive in is, can I breathe into that ice cube? Or can I maybe put on a different pair of goggles that's clear? Or
Exactly. What does that mean? Put on a different pair of goggles. Pretend that it didn't happen. Oh my god. Oh dear.
no goggles at all. And that way you can
No goggles
perceive
now.
it as it's happening. As opposed to through the perceptions that you hold that then decorate your experience. Or the traumas that you hold that then color your perception.
What they do as well is they boggle people's minds with all these with the new age word salad. They drop in all these buzzwords, mix them all up into a big soup, and then dish it out. And then everyone's like, It's just like, it's literally spellcasting. And the way the guy is looking at the video with those false white light eyes, staring right at you, getting into your head, this is sorcery at play. By melting ice cubes and just allowing things to move up and out, it's not going to get anyone anywhere. Yeah, never get angry at anything. Another deception. You should never get angry about anything. Just stay in love and light. Don't get angry about things that are justified. just accept and be a complete rollover in life. Let people stamp all over you. Don't set boundaries. This is what gets promoted so much. Just forgive anyone, even if they've done terrible things to you, because that will somehow heal you. It doesn't heal you at all. It can make it worse. How getting people into that mindset of just forgiving would benefit governments, world leaders, the 1%, whatever you want to refer to them as, because whatever the tyranny they're raging, whatever they're doing to the children of this world, if you can get people in a just forgive mindset, that's great for them. That's great. They don't have to worry. They don't have to worry about being held to account. And they won't be, because no one will be angry. Everyone will just accept. You can't just go around saying just forgive everyone and just accept everything. It's just spiritual bypassing once again. You'll go on and on through life not getting any further forward and damaging yourself. So don't start pretending to everyone that you're on the new earth or in 5D, because you're not. You're very much in this reality as well, even if you think you're not. Is he saying that he doesn't have any traumas or he doesn't have any triggers and that he's now out of the matrix? Because that's kind of like the underlying message, that everyone else with their traumas and their triggers, we're all stuck in the matrix, but he's not.
Out of the matrix by breaking out of our personal matrix. And how do we break out of our personal matrix? We start to pour love into ourselves. Buckets upon buckets upon buckets of love.
Excuse me. That wasn't a bucket of love, that was my new age bucket.
And I want to remind you tonight, well today, but it's your tonight, that it's just choice. That's what it boils down to. You're choosing. So you've been choosing to get mad, you've been choosing to vent. We all do this, so there's no judgment here.
Of course there's no judgment. You're not allowed to judge. Judging is bad. Never judge anyone, even if they're abusing children or taking away the rights and freedoms. Never judge, just accept. And drink buckets of love. Or you can choose to experience a different reality and bypass the things that you really need to address and deal with.
It's choosing love. 5D is love.
Oh my god. Sorry. 5D is love, guys. Choose love. Choose your timeline. This is what they all repeat. Magenta, Laurie, this guy, Laura, Eisenhower. The idea that you can just, on a day-to-day basis, you can choose to be in 5D, the new Earth. You're not here anymore if you choose that. You're not subject to all the tyranny that's going on if you just wake up and you choose to be in 5D and pour buckets of love down your throat with your rose-tinted glasses.
It's unity consciousness. It's this person was terrified of showing up on my date, and I'm not going to take it personally. I will choose love. I will choose to see them as a divine being. And then 3D is separation. It's divisive. How could this person do this to me? It keeps you stuck in victimhood. It keeps you stuck in the perpetrator as well.
I just want to know where he draws the line on this. He's used going on a date, but where does he draw the line on what we should just accept and forgive and love? Because he hasn't mentioned any sort of line in the sand. He hasn't mentioned, look, if someone abuses you or does this, then yeah, of course, you need to set a strong boundary and you need to do some real work to heal that and go into that. But there is no boundaries. This is the new age personified. There is no boundaries. And it just allows for more of the same. It allows for more abuse. Because if you don't resist something, it persists.
Because it's a roundabout, and that's all you're doing. Roundabout, roundabout, roundabout. It's similar to saying, once I have the car, I'll be happy. Once I achieve this, then I'll be able to relax. That's the 3D matrix. It's separation. Because what you're trying to achieve, technically, isn't separate from you. But someone won't be able to see that if they're not in their heart. If they're not in a unified space. When you're in a higher state of consciousness, you can see it all.
Of course, Phil. Just like yourself, you can see it all.
All. And you become the glue for everything that is seemingly separate. And so, reacting to someone not showing up or reacting to someone not texting us back, that only keeps the separation going. So remember, 5D is unity and it is love. 3D is separation. It's divisive. It's fear. And fear wants you in its grips so that you can be manageable, so that you can be controllable, so that you can be programmable. That's what it wants. Fear has its own consciousness. But it cannot dominate you, or it cannot control you, or manage you, unless you believe it to be real. Is it really real?
Again, this is more bypassing. Yeah, I mean, there is some truth in what he's saying, but there are things that in this world that need to be addressed to make our life experience more enjoyable, aka you could say safer, and or more liberated. So, just avoiding those things is going to lead to a lesser human experience.
That person wanted to cause you harm by not showing up on that day. Is that really the truth? It could be a truth, but can we maybe entertain a different truth?
Yeah, just make it up as you go along.
Maybe they were afraid. And you'll always know when you're expanding yourself, when you click.
That's called integrity and morality. If someone doesn't do that and they don't tell you and they just don't show up, that is a lack of integrity and a lack of morality. Should not be sent love.
Into that sweet spot, like that feels like love. Maybe they were afraid. You're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you.
No, you're not doing it for you at all. You're giving someone who treated you like shit more of your energy when they don't deserve it.
You're doing it for you.
There's a stare.
I hope this message resonates.
No.
Let's start choosing love over fear. Let's start choosing 5D over all these stories that keep us stuck in the field of trauma. How's that? I love that. The field of trauma, which only perpetuates drama. That's all it does. That's all drama. Pick up your phone, tell your mom about it, drama. Let's start reducing. Let's start doing control damage. We reduce the melodramas. We tend to our traumas. We melt away those ice cubes. We pour love into ourselves. And as we do so, we're pouring the glue that is going to bring everything together and unify us as the whole that we are. So if you'd like to support my messages, I really appreciate it, because this is basically mostly what I'm doing now.
I'm just going to stop it there because he's finished and I can't take any more of it. I've listened to this guy all morning now, but yeah, same story, just a different face. Huge following with loads of subscribers, loads of views, just really promoting the idea of spiritual bypassing, packaged up as just forgive anything, just forgive everyone, just melt away your trauma, don't really deal with it as such, just allow tyranny to run wild, allow people to just step over boundaries. All very, very dangerous information, all packaged up in a nice package of love and light. And yeah, there you go, guys. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Again, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on the next one, guys. You take care. Bye bye.